Long ago, in a kingdom surrounded by deep forests and clear blue lakes, there lived a young princess who was admired by everyone for her beauty. She loved to walk in the palace gardens, carrying her most precious treasure, a small golden ball that sparkled in the sunlight. One warm afternoon, the princess sat beside a quiet pond, tossing the ball into the air and catching it again. But suddenly, the ball slipped from her fingers and fell into the deep water with a soft splash. The princess leaned over the edge, but she could not see the bottom. "Oh no!" she cried. "My golden ball is gone forever." Tears rolled down her cheeks. From behind a cluster of reeds, a small voice spoke. "Why are you crying, princess?" Startled, she looked around and saw a frog sitting near the water. "I dropped my golden ball into the pond," she said sadly. "I would give anything to have it back." The frog blinked his wide eyes. "I can retrieve it for you," he said, "but only if you promise to be my friend. I want to eat at your table, sleep in your room, and be treated as your companion." The princess wrinkled her nose at the slimy creature. "A frog as my friend?" she thought, but she wanted her ball more than anything. "I promise," she said quickly. The frog dove into the pond and disappeared. Moments later, he returned with the golden ball in his mouth. The princess grabbed it joyfully. "Thank you," she said, and ran back to the palace, forgetting all about the frog. That evening, as the royal family sat down to dinner, a soft knock echoed through the hall. "Knock, knock." The door opened and in hopped the frog. "Princess," he croaked, "you promised to be my friend." The princess turned pale. She tried to send him away, but the king overheard and asked what was happening. When the princess explained, the king frowned. "A promise must be kept," he said firmly, "even if it is difficult." Reluctantly, the princess allowed the frog to sit beside her at the table. He ate from her plate and drank from her cup, which made her feel uncomfortable. Later that night, the frog followed her to her bedroom. "I am tired," he said. "Let me sleep on your pillow." The princess felt disgusted and angry. "You are cold and slimy," she cried. But remembering her father's words, she picked up the frog and placed him gently on her bed. In her frustration, she suddenly threw him against the wall. The moment the frog hit the ground, a bright light filled the room. Where the frog had been lying now stood a handsome young prince. The princess gasped. The prince bowed. "I was once cursed by an evil witch," he explained. "Only the kindness of a princess could break the spell. Your promise and your willingness to keep it set me free." The prince told the king and queen everything. They were overjoyed. Soon after, the prince returned to his own kingdom and invited the princess to become his bride. She accepted, having learned an important lesson about honesty, responsibility, and keeping one's word. They were married in a grand celebration, and the princess never again judged others by their appearance. From that day forward, she remembered that true worth is often hidden beneath the surface. And so, the princess and the frog prince lived happily ever after.